Good morning, you're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time, where we bring you real entertainment stories with real analysis with real people. I'm Tokumbo Taiwo, together with Elsie Godwin and Ife Oshunkeye. Hello, you two.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so what's this new stuff that we hear about Ariana Grande?
What did you hear?
Okay, so Ariana Grande is tired of people exploiting her, like paparazzis and photologs, following her around and using her pictures to do merchandise, and they sell it and they make a lot of money from it, and a camp doesn't get a dime from it. So she's saying from now on she's going to be doing a new picture policy. So at her concerts, she's going to have her in-house photographers, in-house paparazzis and all of that. So when you take pictures and you need those contents, the media houses can go get it from them so that they can make money out of it. So a lot of people are not happy about it, especially the Media Press Association
of Photographers.
Yeah, photographers, they're not happy about it. But I think the girl is just trying to stack her money up, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, it happens everywhere.
Out, you know,
there are concerts even in Nigeria that you will go for and they'll tell you it's exclusive to the station, it's exclusive to that station. So I think it's done everywhere, and then especially when they're using it to make more money than you are even making. They should
have even known better that this is coming, and I think Ariana has like set the pace. A lot of celebrities or celebrity artists will actually follow suit and actually do this eventually. Some may not be bothered, but I think others will actually follow on from Ariana and say, yes, this is how it's going to be. They'll have their in-house photographers who will actually take pictures of them during their concerts, and when it comes to things that actually, the merchandise that you were talking about as well. Elsie, you've been very quiet.
I want to see it play out first before I have an opinion.
Oh, you would work out, definitely.
Let's see if she's going to carry it through or back down. Or, I mean, you were mentioning going to events and you knowing that, okay, this media house already owns it. I mean, that's different. It's already a media house. They are going to push it out. But this is you saying you want my picture for me to push you out, then we have to come and buy it from you. I mean,
it's not like when she storms the red carpet, she's going to go with her personal photographers.
Yeah,
and
it's
she's
just
going
for her own
to say
personal
it's for
events.
Concerts, like her concerts.
Her own events.
Do you understand? Because because
I said, you see how this plays
most
out.
times she's even saying that some have even misused it, using it negatively against her. So that's why
of
she's
her
trying
own
to
concert, or
of
just
her own pictures
her.
of her own concerts, maybe where she.
I mean, if you're talking
stage.
about pictures of her, then when she gets on the red carpet, you are still going to get pictures of her, and that's not going to stop them from. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to say
no, there are two different things. You see, like on the red carpet.
Just not...
No, the reason, most of it has to do with money and the merchandise. Because how can I use your picture now on this and then sell it because a lot of people know you? And I'm making money and you're not getting anything. Elsie, you'll be the first person.
Without your permission.
That's what she's saying. It's one of the things that she's...
That's not what you do explaining, but well, let's see how it plays out.
No, that's where the merchandise, that's what he was saying about merchandise.
I'm talking about the fact that you're saying when she has the consent or she's going somewhere, she's going to have her own in-house photographer.
Not when she's going somewhere,
just for her concert.
I'm saying if you still want her picture, you can get it. If she's going to attend other events, I mean, she's going to be on the red carpet, people will still get her picture just from there. So if she wants to do this, it's better she says, oh, okay, we are going to have, like, I don't know, the legal whatever now. Before you can use my picture for something that you're going to make money from, then you have to get consent, right?
Yeah,
then it's understandable. Not saying people coming to your concert. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I don't know. We'll see how it plays out for her. I hope it works well
I think that's how we're going to wrap up on that. Let's see how it plays out. All right. So apart from Ariana Grande, Korede Bello is also in the news, and he says, "Stop asking God for money," and asked, "Is God central bank?" Okay, Elsie, let's get your take on this.
Why are you getting my take on this?
Yes, now let your own initial thoughts, because. Okay. You're thinking about it?
Do we have the video? No,
let's see. Okay.
Okay, but I mean, what he said is not something so extraordinary.
Okay. All right, we do have the video.
Okay,
so
yeah,
while we're talking about it, hopefully we can bring that up. But before it comes up, you were saying?
So I was saying what he said is not wrong. I mean, God is not going to come down to throw money into your account or to give you cash, right? He's going to bless the works of your hands, basically. And he was trying to relate that to people wanting to collect money from even your fellow human being, like you want them to hand out something to you, and he say, why not tell them, find out what needs they have that you can meet, so that it will be a case of parting with your money for value, not just dashing out money. That it's easier to get money from people when you're rendering a service, when they know that you're of value to them, than when they feel like, I'm just giving her money or I'm just giving him money, you know. So I understand where he's coming from, and he's not wrong.
All right, you know what? Before Ife gives us his own view, let's quickly show you a quick clip of that video of Korede Bello talking about this. So take a quick look.
Maybe you should stop asking God for money. God doesn't give money. God gives you abilities, God gives you talents, God gives you values that you can exchange for money. I think you should even stop asking people for money. Ask people what you can do for them. Ask people what problems you can solve. And that way they can exchange their money with your value, with your gift. It's really that simple sometimes. I know some people, yes, sometimes you really need money. I've been there. But it's easier for people to part away with their money when they know you're doing something for them.
Okay, so that was a quick clip regarding Korede Bello talking about this major headline regarding people asking God for money. Okay, so Ife, let's get your take on this story.
Before Ife talks, I don't understand that thing that's on his head, though.
I was trying to figure it out
as well, yeah.
Please go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, he said the right thing by saying, like you said, God is not going to come down to give you money. And if we go back to the biblical days, we'll go to King Solomon. When he was told to ask, he asked for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And with that will bring all the money you need in the world. That because you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge, you have the understanding. So whatever you put your hand into would definitely be successful. And then talking about people that you shouldn't just be asking people for money, offer them services. Of course, that's another thing that God has given. Everyone has a talent. You understand? So if you know this is if you've been trying to get a job for so long and you can't find one, try and use your talent to create opportunities for yourself. Now, tell somebody, before you even tell somebody to give you money, they want to know, what do you have on the table? I'll give you an example. Over the weekend, this guy walked up to me, somebody I know very well, by the way, and he walked up to me. He just got a job at a bank, and he was like, oh, there's this new deal going on in my bank. They double your money if you save for 5 years. If you drop 1 million, they'll give you 2 million in 5 years. If you drop 5 million, they'll give you 10 million in 5 years. And all of that. And, you know, he kept on going on, and I was listening. I said, okay, so what plan are you doing with your bank? He said, I don't understand. I said, what are you doing with your bank? Are you doing this particular plan? Is it bringing in money for you? Because before you come and sell that type of thing to me, I think the first approach should be, I'm not a marketer, but it should be like, oh, dude, I tried this new stuff with my bank and it's paying me so much. It's very reasonable. This is how it works. This is how it works. That way, I will be more interested in what you're telling me about, not just telling me, bring your money to my bank. And do you get where I'm coming from? So it's all about, what are you bringing to the table, especially when you're dealing with people with proper intellect?
I'd like to find out that bank, though. Because 5 years and doubling my money makes sense.
Yeah.
But there might be other banks out there, LC, or other investment
of course,
firms out there that might be offering more. I'm just saying, don't just rush to the first person that actually says, you know, double your money in 5 years. That's a long time, by the way. I'm sure you can get better for 3 years.
People like you will be the one they will swindle when they tell you, come and give me money today, I'll double it in the next month. You won't think, I wonder, where exactly are you going to invest it? How are you going to...
sound very reasonable.
Do you understand? I can agree and say,
because you're leaving your money
years
with them, and then you can keep putting more money, and they're using your money to invest in other things, and they are making returns, so they will definitely...
Too long, and then
5 years too long. 5 years flies by.
You know, just to get it a double, that's like way too low for 5 years.
You call double just?
Yes, for 5 years.
That's 100% return.
100% return.
Exactly.
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
Yes.
Let's go back to the topic.
Exactly.
So Korede Bello.
No, I'm sorry, Elsie. Yes, we should go back to the topic.
Yes,
Unfortunately, we need to go on a quick break.
Okay.
So the biggest story this morning is coming up when Tea Time returns.
You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time.
I loved the energy when I came in here. It was so positive. I was like, I can live here.
My real names are Akbofiofobo, Akborobomemere.
I think my father is a comedian because most times when he calls me, he's like, yo, make sure you use condom, you know, them girls out there.
So are you telling me I should have shot my shots?
Ife, you are my younger brother.
Age is nothing but a number. What? I'm a vampire.
I believe in equal rights for women, and I also believe that a man is the head of the house, so we need to draw our limits somewhere.
It feels so good. Now can I do my jam now?
Yeah, you can.
Welcome back. You're watching Tea Time, and we're about to bring you our next story, which is on Jussie Smollett, the Jussie Smollett case, that is. Prosecutors have actually dropped all the charges against the actor. So that's quite a twist to this story. And before we actually discuss it in great detail, we do have a video. So here's a chance to take a quick look, and then right after you've had a look, we can talk about this story. So take a quick look at this clip that we've got on Jussie Smollett.
First of all, I want to thank my family, my friends, the incredible people of Chicago and all over the country and the world who have prayed for me, who have supported me, who've shown me so much love. No one will ever know how much that has meant to me, and I will forever be grateful. I want you to know that not for a moment was it in vain. I've been truthful and consistent on every single level since day one. I would not be my mother's son if I was capable of one drop of what I've been accused of. This has been an incredibly difficult time, honestly one of the worst of my entire life. But I'm a man of faith, and I'm a man that has knowledge of my history, and I would not bring my family, our lives, or the movement through a fire like this. I just wouldn't. So I want to thank my legal counsel from the bottom of my heart, and I would also like to thank the state of Illinois for attempting to do what's right. Now I'd like nothing more than to just get back to work and move on with my life. But make no mistakes, I will always continue to fight for the justice, equality, and betterment of marginalized people everywhere. So again, thank you for all the support, thank you for faith, and thank you to God. Bless y'all, thank you very much.
Okay, so that was Jussie Smollett there talking about the recent case and the twist on how things turned out and turned up. Okay, so I'm very confused now. Where should I go?
No, we are not fair.
Elsie, you need to do this. Elsie, you need to do this. You need to do this.
I'm too excited to speak.
I've been following this story since yesterday, and
Only since yesterday. Even before then, you've been following the story.
No, I'm talking about when he broke that all charges were dropped, and I've been jotting down
the main reason.
He has it here to give it to you.
So
oh my goodness! Don't worry, I'll hold it for
some of the things. You're still in support of the chief of police, yes? Yes.
No, I'm just going to call out points, and then you know that new thing. Think about it. You people will
it
not
doesn't really make sense. So that one, think about it.
This one is going to make sense, but you just have to go and think about it.
But if I want to say before you can read them out, that regardless, you know, I know you have some heavy pointers there, but regardless, at the end of the day, the guy is out. The case has been dropped. So I don't know how we're going to take this five.
I'm not saying it hasn't been dropped. I'm just going to mention my own.
All right.
Now, first of all charges have been dropped. If I was the one and I am innocent, I would pursue a civil case. They asked his lawyer, his attorney, and they did not mention anything about pursuing a civil case against the state or against the Chicago PD, against all of that. And if I am truly innocent, I would want my day in court for trial.
Okay.
Now, why would I forfeit my bond of $10,000 of something I did not do, and then you give me 2 days community service? Now, that is, I'm being punished for something, right?
No.
Which is
what? Did you say 2 days community service?
No.
He had done the community service, and his
service that he has
done. Yes, but that has been put into play with this, with the 10,000. No, you need to listen to the chief superintendent on Chicago PD, and then you would understand where it was coming from with the 2 days community service, saying that it looks like there's a two-tier judicial system. one for the people with influence and one for people without influence, because if he wasn't a popular person, they would have probably played out the same way. Thirdly, you said initially, white people were screaming racial slurs,
He
right?
did not say white, he said mask. You know, people have been saying this white. He said mask.
That's
He
what
said white.
Why?
He never said white. It's people that
But
assumed.
continue, go ahead. People assumed he said white because he used the
And then it turned out,
slur, right?
now the
Why?
Osundairo brothers, what role did they play? Now, why
Nigerian
are
brothers.
we not hearing anything about these guys? Now, his lawyer said this is what happens when you try to prove a case in the courts of public opinion, right? Fine, we take that because you're using that against us.
Sorry, before you move on, I want to get to this point properly. What exactly is this one?
Public opinion.
Okay, it's the public opinion about the
That
Osundairo
was
brothers.
that was what Justice Attorney said, that the Chicago police went ahead to start releasing documents, and that is what you get when you start.
Don't also forget
proving a case.
the investigation that was opened against the Chicago police themselves too.
Yeah, and then they said they made remarks available to the public, causing a rush to judgment. We agree. And then this Chicago police people are furious because they are telling you that the $10,000 that you're even giving this guy to forfeit, they spent more than that on resources to even get to the bottom of this case. Do you understand? And they refer to it as a whitewash of justice.
Justice, yeah.
Do you understand? Now,
But they spend more than that on a regular basis on different...
and then the head of the state,
the
head of the state's attorney has also requested herself from this case after all the charges were dropped. Now that's another thing, that this is an inside politics. And then a good portion of the evidence was shown to the grand jury, who came back with all the charges. And then this same office is dropping all the charges. Were they sleeping at first?
They must have seen something now.
Asking questions on both sides. It's not like you're asking on one side.
And then it's just saying that, look, people will keep getting away with things, and you know.
So you're trying to say he got away with something right now?
They compared it to the Blue Varsity operation thing, saying that look at what influential people are doing to get their children into school. Now this is also applicable to people with influence, with power, because if it was a regular person that this was all about, I don't think all the charges would be dropped. And then another thing, you guys.
Sorry, who is the influential person influencing this thing for?
Seriously, because Jussie Smollett was even complaining about his salary, 18,000.
Jussie is not influential. He's not popular. He doesn't have fans. He doesn't have a lot of followers. He doesn't have
that you have fans and followers doesn't mean that you can influence the judicial system.
Exactly, and this is America.
System, I'm saying that they tend to be more lenient with people. That is why people like R. Kelly will walk away and then they come back years later. That is why someone like Michael Jackson will walk away and then some people will come back years later.
No, I don't like what you're saying, because you're making it look like these people are guilty from your own opinion, right? Because you're mentioning Michael Jackson, that he walked away. What are you trying to say? That he's been guilty all the while and then he walked away? That's what you imply.
That means you have drawn the conclusion.
Yes.
I haven't drawn the conclusion. That is why I said, think about it.
There is nothing from the beginning.
I told you. I knew where Ife was going.
The fact is that Jussie is out.
He's out.
He's fine.
He's fine.
He'll probably go back to Empire.
Without more explanation.
What do you need an explanation for? Seriously, what do you need an explanation? Yeah, you're more concerned about the Chicago police.
I want it from the Chicago PD, not from Jussie.
The Chicago PD only knew about the charges being dropped the same time the media knew about it.
So what does that say?
Now, this is an office that pursued this case, that brought this case to the court of law, right?
Yes.
And then you didn't deem it fit to inform them. Now the prosecutor's
where are you
office,
getting this information from?
No, it's true. It's all open.
a lot of explanation.
Why?
Now,
He's the judge. He has already. They've already.
Look, all the court documents have to come out. All the evidence.
No, it's been closed. You can't even see.
That's the thing.
No.
That's the thing. And you're more concerned about the police department.
Of justice.
If you like, call it black wash, yellow wash.
Yeah, it's out.
If you need a question, if you need answers, please direct it to the Chicago PD.
Exactly.
And even the judiciary.
Guys,
I don't think you guys followed through.
Yeah, no, hold on, Ife, guys. I knew we were going to go there. Anyway, we need to go on a break. You know how it gets right here. Just when it gets very, very interesting, you know, we need to go on that break. When we return, we've still got a couple more stories to dish out, or who knows, we may just round up on this Jussie Smollett story. Don't go anywhere.
What we do not understand, we will stigmatize.
What you can see is the remaining of the tanker that exploded.
The suspect equally confessed.
A 500 naira they collect am. If you no talk, dem go beat you. Na 2,500 dey pay.
Welcome back. You're still watching Tea Time, and before the break we were discussing Jussie Smollett, whose case has been, well, all of the allegations against him has been dropped. But before we carry on with that story, let's take a quick look at a clip of the prosecutors saying one or two things. Let's take a quick look.
This is a disposition in a felony case that is available and cases, felony cases of this level. It's available to all defendants. It's not something out of privilege. It's not something out of clout. It's not something out of any nefarious purpose that anybody's ascribing to it.
Are you saying that he is a victim of a hate crime?
He is not a victim of a hate crime.
This is a whitewash of justice.
Do I think justice was served? No. Where do I think justice is? I think this city is still owed an apology.
I understand what they go through. I appreciate their work. I respect it. They do great, phenomenal work. This was the right disposition in this case.
Okay, so that was a quick clip. Elsie, I want to come to you first, you know, because now that you've seen that...
I think everyone is just being so emotional about this.
It?
And
okay.
Ife is also so emotional about it.
And he's on their side.
I mean,
yes.
It's fine. Let's just let it go.
Did you listen to the prosecutor, though? He said, they asked him, is he a victim of a hate crime? And he said no. But he said this is the right disposition for this case. There's so many things, there's so many questions unanswered. And until we get those answers, whenever somebody comes out to say they're victims of hate crime, they're not going to be taken seriously.
Somebody... It's not going to be that way. Sorry, it's not going to be that way.
Well, I'm just saying it's my opinion.
Elsie, you said before the show you wanted to dance on Ife's head. Do you still want to do that?
Let me let him be. He's quite emotional.
About it.
Yeah, he's quite
emotional. I don't know why you're not reading between the lines, but it's okay.
Lines. See,
even the prosecutor said
I understand that. I mean, I have agreed that there are so many questions left unanswered, right? And I'm saying if you want that answered, Jussie is not even the person you're supposed to be looking at, because if you're sure, if you're sure that what he did is really wrong, why drop all the whole 16 charges?
You know what I was saying? Sorry, Elsie.
Maybe I'm also being biased because I like Jussie, right?
Yeah, Elsie, but hold on, let me just quickly chip in. You know, I was saying when we talked about the 16 charges, that it was way too much. Yeah, but carry on. I just wanted to...
Yeah, so I mean, that was just too much to start with. And the whole case, I think Chicago PD did not handle it right. So there is so many unanswered questions, and I just feel everyone should let this go.
I don't like the fact that we're trivializing hate and homophobic crime.
We're what?
We're trivializing.
How are you trivializing it? Why are you looking at it from one angle?
Because you're saying 16 counts is too much for someone to lie to the police.
Why are you not looking at it from the angle of, I mean, this is just an angle. Nobody should quote me, right? I'm saying, why not look at it from the fact that what if these Nigerian brothers are actually lying? What if he was actually attacked? What if all these things happen? Why are you not looking at it from that angle?
I am not exactly. So we're not going to get to any conclusion until these questions are answered, until these evidences are put on the table for everyone to see, until these people,
let him land.
Until these people, the prosecutor's office, they come and tell us, okay, these were the things we considered, these were the things Oshudairo brother said. And I don't know if you guys heard when his attorney said, they know the people who perpetrated the crime, but they are not the Ocean Diary brothers. They are his trainers.
Which means he's not guilty.
Meaning, and then the prosecutor's office too. Is that not contradictory? Saying that he is not a victim of a hate crime, and they are saying
yes,
exactly. So we need to know
after this.
What
you need to know. So maybe if you want to investigate
okay. So if you guys feel like it's fine for people to get away with things.
Are you trying to open this case, actually?
I'm saying if it's left to Ife, he would reopen the case.
I mean, just let it go.
But we need to be factual. We need to be realistic.
Exactly.
We need to be intelligent about. My bad, guys.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right, guys. Let's move on to our next story, because if we carry on with this story, I think we're still going to be talking till kingdom come. So let's move on to the next story. Up next, we're discussing Justin Bieber, who puts aside music while struggling not to fall apart. We've talked about Justin Bieber.
We should have just remained in our old story, judges. This is Justin Bieber. I'm sorry if I'm tired of you, fam. I'm just tired.
Ife, are you tired as well?
Justin Bieber? Well, he's going through a lot.
Yeah, he's a child star. I know what he'll say.
No, apart from that, I don't know if you guys picked up on the fact that he's trying to be a better
father. So I think he's a child somewhere.
Yeah, is she pregnant? And he's trying to focus on his marriage as well. So this is somebody that is troubled. Is that drug addiction problems? Is that a lot of things? So if he's coming out to say like, oh, look, I'm falling apart, I need to put my music on hold, new music on hold. It's fine, because your mental health is way more important than any music or your fans. Your family comes first. Your mental health is also very important. So whatever this brother is saying, I'm not tired of it. My prayer and support goes out to him and his
glad
family.
I have someone like you on this set. Yeah, he's summed it up.
Yeah. The thing is, I wanted to say, the way you ended it was so sweet. I hope, what's his name?
I hope he picks himself back up.
Or he even listens to Ife, because I think if he listens to Ife right now,
he'll get
probably
better, right?
Elsie.
And he won't fall apart
Come
again.
on. I think he'll be very appreciative of some of the things.
I'll send him your
And
clip.
I don't mean that sarcastically. I seriously mean if he listens to what you said.
I know you're serious. I know when you're serious.
Okay. All right. Okay. Elsie, you're not saying anything on it.
I wish him well.
Exactly. I think that's how we should wrap up. We wish him well. Yes. So that brings us to the end of the program. Join us this afternoon for another edition of Tea Time. But before then, a big thank you to my co-anchors, Ife, Elsie, the production team as well as our group of stylists, Kudi's Empire and Liz Harrison. Yes. All right. Until next time, I'm Tokumbo Taiwo, and from all of us here, have yourself a good morning.